All right, Beric.
Mhm.
Why is it cops dying?
Because somebody somewhere stole a car. So yeah, somebody somewhere
Hey,
stole a car. So
look.
it can only lead to here.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Look, I I want to make sure that we had a chance to, chat with you. It's been like
Oh,
wild, but
I imagine so. Yeah.
you're the chief right now. I don't see
Mhm.
that changing. Anytime soon. However, um, it goes without saying, I need to see performance. After performance, I don't quite frankly give a shit whether banks are being robbed right now.
Mhm.
I do want to see care for the hostages. But I think with all the turmoil that y'all have had to deal with over the last couple of weeks, whether it's the BCSO chewing you up or the
Sure.
6 months of terror that you ensued under Max's reign, all right, I want you guys to feel like you have some relief, even if that means, you know, a couple vehicles get taken and not responded to. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like, take the time to
Yeah,
like lick your
absolutely.
wounds. Don't like break your back.
There's somebody knocking on the door.
Oh,
It's not
hey,
breaking it back.
am I like what I'm
Yeah,
trying
there's
to
nothing
say
wrong
here,
with breaking
Beric,
it back.
is like I don't expect I'm gonna breathe down your neck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Well, if that's the case, before I even present my stuff to you, I'm gonna get going on it then. If that's the
Okay.
case. So.
All right. Is there anything y'all need from me in the immediate? Because the next 24 hours is probably me trying to figure out what the fuck this office means. Like, we've got my phone's been blowing off left, right, and center. But is there anything you need from me immediately?
No, I mean, not particularly.
All
I
right.
don't think I need. I don't really have the same chains as I did 3 months ago, so
yeah,
I don't really need to run every single little thing by you.
All right,
as it would have been 3.5, 4 months ago.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so.
You know how to run that PD best. Like, obviously, you've seen the paycheck go down. That was a joint decision by Andy and myself. I think, I don't. There's no expectation by us to like reacquire any of that money that's bled into the PD. But we've sort of agreed to put it at a place that's higher than it used to be way back when. But at the same time, what do you call it? Let me know how that goes. Like, over the next week or so, let me know if it's hurting you, whether it's too much, whatever it is. Please do give me that constant feedback, and we can always re-review it.
Yeah, I mean, if there's some kind of issue or something like that, I'll bring it to you. I think
one thing I will say
help with.
is that the state budget is completely fucked in the ass because of that. And
so.
While some look, I'm just going to tell you straight up, Max has pretty much only approved businesses by those that backed him. I could see all the ones he's approved. There's barely any approved. A bunch of us sitting in queue. And all these fucking sliders I got on that little table right there. Oddly, all of them, the ones that benefited him are all the way at the top, and the ones that didn't are all the way at the bottom. But despite all that, the budget is getting fucked in the ass. So there's going to be a lot of things going back and forth. But if, let's say, PD needs more money, I don't even know if we can do that. And I don't know what's going to happen if we don't. Like, I don't know if the federal government's going to come in and dig us out of the negative. So
that was my question. If there was going to be, I know we talked about some kind of budgeting system at some point for either departments, and that was kind of be the only question that I really had. If you have had any thought to that or what that's going to look like, obviously you don't have to answer right now.
I'm
not expecting
yeah,
things to happen tomorrow, but
yeah. So I don't have access to the direct account yet. I know it's bleeding in the negative.
listen, man, I've been trying to get access to the PD account since the day I was put in this position. That was like March 4th. So
does Angel know?
I don't know, but I've talked to like nearly every construction worker and you know, the state itself, and
Okay.
it just kind of never happened.
So okay. So on that note, I ideally want to do what I described, which is y'all get money and then y'all can divvy it up based on rank and shit. Bones actually brought it up over here too, and I said it's exactly what I'm going to be pushing for, because it makes more sense to me that we budget out on a man-hour basis, right? So if you cumulatively, as the LSPD, work 400 hours, right, then, and we just say, okay, you get paid this amount, that amount goes into your thing, and then you have your own way of dividing it up. That way you can be internally fiscally responsible, right? If you need to save up $1 million for a new helicopter, that makes sense to do, as opposed to you pay every individual officer and then say, please give. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that would be very beneficial.
But that obviously is probably going to take weeks. You know what I mean? Unless we get lucky. In terms of giving you guys like a bulk sum of money, that I'm not even going to have visibility on for a couple days. As to how that even works.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. We'll see how things play out. Excuse me.
Okay.
But
Are
I'm
there,
here to answer whatever questions you got and provide whatever feedback I can.
I guess my immediate question is going to be, what chains were placed on you that are now being removed? And the reason I ask that question is, I don't know if you were given very strict orders to do things, you know what I mean? And
and that's kind of rather difficult to explain to a degree. But pretty much the easiest way to put it is all of those chains are gone.
Okay.
Per se.
Okay. Easy.
Like entirely, as of very recently.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, all right.
Yeah. But I don't know. We don't that kind of thing doesn't really exist any longer.
Okay. All right. All right.
So,
yeah,
right. I mean, if you need like specifics, it's probably a conversation we can have in private or something like that. But yeah,
okay. Let's meet up tomorrow. You know, that way. Are you gonna be around tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, Saturday. I can for like a little bit if need be.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a rush. Next time you're around, let's schedule something and we can.
Okay.
Plus, that gives you some time to think on it. At the end of the day, listen, Beric, do not hesitate to ask me for things that you need in order to operate more efficiently. Whether it's a pay bump, whether it's like you guys are getting fucked one way or another, we're here to support you. You are the backbone of Los Santos.
Absolutely.
So,
I guarantee you 90% of the people that you ask are going to say cars and stuff like that, which, while
there's
as we talked about before,
there's some
definitely is needed, but
well, I heard there's a meeting that's supposed to happen with you, Bones, and Andy. I kind of got jumped by that, but I'm not entertaining those conversations. Like, I'll listen to it, but I'm not entertaining any decisions. We have so much shit to do that I don't give a fuck if you can't catch criminals right now. When, with all due respect to whoever's pushing for that, cop numbers are down, right? Y'all are getting shot up. There's so much missing legislation. that a fast car might catch somebody, but who gives a shit, right?
Yeah. I got you.
You know.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
And if you feel otherwise, Beric, do not hesitate to push back. Like if you come and say like I need those fucking cars because everyone's gonna leave, like I want to know it.
I mean, here's the reality, and I'll pretty much like lay it out to you flat. There are a perfect example is this kind of, I don't know if I would call him a serial killer per se, but this guy that's up like terrorizing Polito and stuff like that.
Yeah, the PP.
Yeah, we will get our hands on him, and then he'll just jump into a gauntlet, and there is not a single car in our entire fleet that can follow it down the freeway, and they will be gone.
Wait, you can't catch gauntlets?
No.
What?
No.
Okay.
If they remain
how long
in the
are you going to be
city,
around today?
I can be around as long as need be.
Okay, like
And
I don't want
to
you. I
preface
don't
this
listen.
as well, saying that we can catch them.
All right,
as long as
first and foremost, I don't want you ever telling me as long as you can be, brother. I don't need you. I don't want you sticking around in the city just because I'm asking. You know what I mean? Like, so are you going to be like on your own accord? Are you going to be around?
Yeah, probably next few hours at least.
Okay, yeah. Easy. So let's do this. Let's, if you don't mind, I'd love to get in a car with you and want to see some of this.
Yeah, well, I'll be driving around, so just
all
let
right,
me know.
Easy.
Yeah, I think I believe I don't know what I heard. Director Angel or however it is. I think she presented the idea, by the sounds of it, that our understanding for a long time was these cars were not ready to be shipped in from overseas, but apparently that is not the case, and we just need legislation from them, which is what I believe the meeting is going to be about. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's sort of what was inferred to me as well, is that we need legislation per county, and that's the only way you can have a unit, but that's then makes me wonder how CIB exists, so I need to figure that out as well. So if anyone asks, at least in the LSPD, my official position is currently I couldn't be bothered to worry about fast cars and losing folks because there are more important things that the staff here has to sort out in the next coming days.
And I'm very much in the same wheelhouse in terms of that. And again, I want to preface this in saying, like, there is not a single thing that we can't catch, but there are certain groups of people that we really can't if they like use certain cars in the city.
Yeah. So, and that's not to say that, like, because look, here's the elephant in the room. If there's a fucking serial killer out there murking people, obviously we got to stop that. But that also cannot be the driving force that we speed run legislation and dump a bunch of fast cars in. Because that's fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
Now, what I might do is pass legislation that gives me authority to file executive orders that encompass a series of things, so that I could say, for example, at the drop of a hat, LSPD, you are empowered now to take this thing for this particular activity, and then I could take it away, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to cook a little bit into a middle ground and give it like an expiry date or something, so we don't end up in PCP. Oh, perfect. I'll just pass PCP 3.0. How does that sound? This is serial killer, guys. We got to do it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
well, don't worry. We'll cook
kind of
something.
Medium alternative that I would kind of suggest is that if we do have these things, they are pretty much directly overseen by myself and Bones in terms of like what they are actually used for or taken out for, because we had rentals of them like roughly a month ago for a kind of like a week-long kind of event that was going on, and
Mhm.
we kind of only specifically used them for that, and I think things went pretty well. So, but
yeah,
I think it just really comes down to knowledgeable people being in control of those things.
yeah, and like I said, this whole fast car shit isn't off the table. It's just I'm not comfortable saying yes or no, like when I've been in office for like 2
Yeah, I mean,
hours.
as you should.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So, everything needs the minimum thought to it. Otherwise, we're gonna. It doesn't matter whether it's me, whether it's PD or anyone else. We cannot let any threat speed run any legislation because that is inherently how PCP came to be. You know.
Yeah, I think everybody collectively would not like to probably see that again.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you need anything else from me or anything along those lines. I'm
No.
always willing to come in and answer questions.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. But
yeah, and
not,
you're on my. You call, I'll pick up. So
Yeah.
don't
I
hesitate.
got one question
Likewise.
for Beric before you go.
sure.
Would you like a slice of pizza?
I just had pizza like an hour or two ago, but I appreciate it. Means a lot. Actually, what kind is it?
Tilly, what kind is it?
I think it's triple meats pizza.
Is this like you guys coming at me specifically? What is
You don't
It's
like
Pizza Friday.
you don't
What
like
do you
triple meat pizza?
Yeah,
no,
we got,
I mean
wrong
triple
with
meat.
that?
Triple meat was what I had like an hour ago.
we got the mega meat. We also got the veggie pizza sitting here.
Oh, so now you think
Looks
I'm
like
fat?
a veggie. I mean, you've been
I'm just
getting
saying
this
that.
for
I
a
mean,
if
while.
we-
If we were
but
fucking
hey.
with you, Beric,
Hey.
I'd say I'm like fucking you right now. You see my cock? It's like directed at you.
Why do you always talk about
What
your
the hell?
fucking
But look
cock?
at the table. Look at the table.
Yeah, I know.
shape.
I've seen the tape. Yeah, I'm like right at the tip right now.
What am I?
Fuck.
Like,
Concerned.
A ride along.
Anyway,
I'm sitting on it.
You're in the
Yeah.
blasting zone right now.
Jesus Christ.
The
all right,
epicenter.
I'm gonna head out.
All right.
You guys
All
let me
right.
know if you need anything.
All right. You stay safe, Beric.
Towel on the way out, Beric, or okay.
Okay.
So,
No, I don't want to. I'm a man.
Fair enough answer.